Hello, everybody. We're here today talking with you about a topic that I don't usually talk much about, but Melinda covers quite often, and it's cosmic energy updates. Melinda does a great job covering this on her channel. Maybe you could say what your channel name is.
Oh, it's Melinda Iverson, and you just did the at sign in front of it, and you'll find under the playlist Cosmic Updates.
And you guys watching, you may have seen us do our little adventure up to Mount Diablo, which was wonderful fun. And at the top of the mountain, we got some information and shared it. And we'll be doing a little bit of that today. And the reason for it is that we wanted to investigate what is humanity's, I'm trying to read my handwriting. What is humanity receiving through cosmic energy updates? In other words, what's going on with all this? And if you're listening to this and wondering why did this show up in your YouTube feed, hopefully you subscribe to my channel, then you know I do talk about quantum physics, I talk about consciousness, and in this case, what we're talking about is the idea that these times are very special. This chaotic, crazy time on Earth is very special. Some of us who are empaths, like myself, and like many of you, I know, or maybe you consider yourself a star seed, you're you're definitely going to be interested in cosmic energy updates. And maybe I should ask you, Melinda, when you got started sharing these, what was your idea of, what your purpose is with all of that?
Well, I started experiencing previews of these incoming cosmic energies. I actually didn't know that that's what I was experiencing until after the fact. I would go through these periods where I'd feel very lethargic, and I'd have different experiences with depending on what the energy was for that month coming in. And I think it was you, Cynthia, and also my husband, Martin, had said, oh, you're getting these cosmic updates. You're getting previews of what's to come. And so by getting a preview, it helps to hopefully give advance warning to those star seeds and empaths that are feeling this energy. But it also helps me at a certain level to help sort of mitigate maybe what's happening, to allow this energy to flow through, but maybe give some pointers and tips as to how we can get through it more easily. And I've gotten great comments from people when we post. When I post cosmic energy updates, I ask people to post in the comments what they're doing, and I've gotten some beautiful feedback. So we're not going through this for nothing.
Right. I know. A lot of people are probably wondering, like, why is this happening? It's like, because if you're sensitive to energy, this has been a wild year. And this is the year you started doing this too, right? 2024.
Yes.
So we could talk about that. Did you feel anything as extreme as this year prior to this, or is this?
No, none at all. And in fact, you know, it felt like things were shifting, but these energies that have been coming in, I started noticing them in February or March, but it seems like they've been intensifying and intensifying as we move into the later months in the year. So, yeah. Did I answer that?
Yes. And it kind of makes sense. I've been following the work of Carl Kellerman. He's a physicist, a Swedish physicist, and he's predicting that as of, I think, August 21st, we'd be really getting what a lot of people were thinking would be the beginning of that new Mayan calendar, the one that everyone expected December 21st, 2012. Well, guess what? It's actually now. And if that's true, then we should be noticing some really big changes. They're supposed to be good ones. So that's one calendar. And then, of course, there's the calendar from India with the yugas. And you're aware of all these too, the Mayan calendar and the yugas. Do you feel like there's something going on that complements that? Or what are your feelings about these cosmic energy updates? Kind of like weather updates, but for these waves of energy.
Well, they're affecting our entire physical system, not only our mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies, but definitely our physical bodies. And it feels like we're, for lack of better words, being upgraded. But it's believe it or not, it's coming on more gently than it could have. I mean,
right?
even though it feels extreme to some, it's actually coming in more gently. We're given as much as we can handle. It feels
Right.
like. But this is to bring in, a new era of this calm, centeredness, harmonious way of living. It's a state of being. Not that we're not going to have human experiences and we're not going to go through our, speed bumps and things, but it feels like there's an inner presence of calmness that will be assisting us through these other shifts and changes on the planet.
So
Does that
wonderful.
make sense?
Totally makes sense to me. And I'm so grateful when you do the cosmic energy updates and provide beautiful, down to earth tips. And then you go through and sometimes share a video showing, for example, how to do smudging or smoking, as it's more correctly called. And then, of course, the salt clearing. You want to talk about it a little bit about that?
Oh,
And
yeah.
people should check out the channel. Go ahead.
I tried to give tools that you can use every day for yourself that will help the body and the mind spirit connection get through these upgrades a little bit easier. One of them would be using sage, white sage, to do a smoking of the clearing energies out of the system. Grounding. I do a sea salt and soda scrub for the etheric body that that I made, that I showed, using essential oils, crystals, flower remedies, meditation, being out in nature. But yeah, so I try to provide some tools that will help others feel like they're not just lost in space, but they can do something to help themselves and their families and their friends get through these really big shifts.
And if people don't have the access to the white sage, for example, if you're as sensitive as I am, I just watched your video, Melinda, and I felt like I could smell the sage. I felt like it was right with me. And
Oh,
so for people who are that sensitive, then you get the benefit, right?
yeah.
You just watch the video and feel like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm feeling clearer. It's
I
so
have
good.
had people comment that they can actually feel the smoke coming through to them, which is really delightful. I love hearing that, because then there's a part of me that says, "Oh, this is working," you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this next wave of energy feels like it's going to be a big one. This is coming up in September 2024. And so this
Yeah.
time I'm just going to do, we pre-recorded something that I'm actually, this is all a buildup for, because, and maybe we could talk about that, because we were tuning in to find out the reason for what is the thing I talked about earlier. Why on earth is humanity experiencing this? What's going on? So do you want to share
I
your
feel,
thoughts on?
well, I feel like we took a couple of moments to
Yeah.
bring in the energies and verbalize that, which is going to be helpful for people to hear. Why are we going through this? And I think we did a pretty good job, I don't know, of at least sharing what we felt like was coming through to help humanity understand. And those watching, why in the heck are we going through all these heavy changes? I mean, the shifts in September are going to be huge. And it's there's a lot going on. So to listen to the video where you can hear Cynthia, channel what's happening, and I chime in a little bit, I think it will help bring some focus.
You start with it, and I loved what you said. I think you're doing a great job summarizing, and then I did a little bit too. It's kind of like what we did up at Mount Diablo,
Yeah.
which is fun. I love it.
Yeah.
And then
We
you'll
had a
do
good
your
time.
official update on, we're planning
September 28th. Oh,
August.
sorry, August 28th.
I
Let me
keep
go
doing
back.
that too.
Oh, so I will be putting an update for September, August 28th. I will record the latest update, what to expect, and maybe what you can do to help, again, mitigate these energies. This will be a very big, September is going to be really intense. And I want people to know that there's help, that we can help them with that.
I like this idea that sometimes if we are feeling the energy coming through early, then that's good because we can kind of process it early too. And then that's actually nice. We can get through it sooner and maybe easier than it would be otherwise. So I appreciate your
yeah.
updates.
And actually, like you said earlier, some people may be already experiencing these updates. If you're very sensitive, you might already be experiencing what's going to be happening. And if you can talk to your higher self and get yourself adjusted sooner rather than later, it might not be such a wallop when it comes. I don't know.
This reminds me, yeah, no, that makes sense. And you mentioned some feedback from people who say they're not noticing anything so far, but maybe maybe there's a reason for that. Like they're not feeling the cosmic energy, the celestial energies, maybe because they're closer to the earth.
Oh yeah, we had talked about maybe those that are closer to Middle Earth. I'm going to fondly say sort of the gnomic realm.
Yes.
People who are definitely closer to Middle Earth probably won't be feeling the celestial energies. I know I have spoken to someone who says they don't experience these changes.
Not yet.
Not yet.
They haven't felt the September one. This one, this is the first one I'm feeling like, whoa, feeling it in advance too. Yeah.
Yes. So
okay.
I'll do the best I can. I'll get this video out, and I've already previewed it, and just I thank God that I have friends and family to help me when I'm going through these things.
Exactly. So without further ado, we'll play the channel bit clip here next, and then everybody can see what we're talking about, the benefits that are helping all of humanity at this time. Love you so much.
Leave comments. Leave comments in the how you're experiencing what's happening, and we'd love to hear what you have to say about what you're going through. It's really important because it will let everyone know they're not alone in this.
We're all in this together. We're finding out how good can it get for all of us.
We've got this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love you. How good can it get?
How good can it get? Woohoo.
We'll play the clip.
So this is an experience that must be sought in order for one to level up into the next experience of humanity. And that humanity's experience will be a faster, lighter, more mobile and agile vehicle. So thought forms will be faster, healings will be faster, creation will be faster. It's a speeding up of that which is latent within us, and there is it's like a chrysalis spine is being created. It's like a new physical body is being created and adjusted to the harmonics that are being brought into planet Earth in order to create this new atmosphere of God, there's no words for that. It's like a higher harmonic way of living that allows one to go from the purity of heart and intention to receive and create that which is most beneficial for themselves, which would, of course, be most beneficial for the all if you have this purity of heart and intent that goes with it. Does that make sense?
So perfect. Yeah, exactly. And it makes so much sense. We're having a quickening. This is what people expected. The quickening is coming. It's happening. People are noticing time differences in collaborative communication. So some people, it's like they're going faster and others are going slower, and then it reverses. And so this upgrade is to help manage that and bring it into a state of balance and equilibrium, which feels like a shock wave to those of us who haven't felt these energies come through like this before. So it can feel like being sick, but it's definitely for a higher purpose. And it's activating something that we can feel. As you say, crystal and light bodies being activated by this directly. And
yes.
so it's very, very powerful. Very visceral.
Yeah. Yes.